Hey guys, just a little bit of information from me getting us started in our new semester and accounting procedures, BOTK 2810. You guys are in either an online class or a partially online class. Some of you will be meeting with me on Thursdays. So I hope that this video will help introduce you to me and the course a little bit more. So I'm going to talk more about the textbooks, the syllabus, the initial email that was sent out. We're going to talk about Excel, Blackboard IM, materials you will need, what classes are required for OIS majors, and what's next after this class. So hello, this is me. This is the professional me. I've been teaching here at Western for lots of years. Let's see, since 2001 full-time, since 1986 part-time. Wow, it's hard to imagine. This is the fun me on the weekends. That was actually taken when we were getting together with my family up in Jackson over the holiday. And that was a picture from right outside of our cabin door. We snowmobiled into our family cabin and enjoyed a few days of complete peace and quiet. I want to show you some other pictures from that. A couple funny videos. Of course. We had a little bit of fun.
I need goggles on.
Another. So that's just a little bit of the other side of me. Oops, not a video playing. All right, back to business. So the textbooks that you'll need for this class, there's a softbound book on the left. That's your textbook. And then the study guide and working papers on the right. Those are like your homework pages, your workbook pages. We actually are going to learn accounting the old-fashioned way in this class. We're going to be handwriting our homework at least for a while until I know that you're comfortable with the forms that we'll be using and the formats that we will be using. We'll do things by hand and then we'll move into Excel for some of our assignments. So I'm sure you've already looked at the course because you made it to this video. So you've seen the course shell and I'm sure you've looked around a little bit already. There's not too much loaded yet. I like to load things as needed. So be sure you read through what we've got so far, looking at the welcome announcement. And you'll want to look at the contacts, notice my phone numbers, my office hours, all that business. Under course information, you're going to find the syllabus that you should print and refer to. You will find a work schedule and a copy of the initial email that was sent out. The assignments will grow. Each week I'll put on new information. Sometimes our assignments last 2 weeks, so sometimes we'll just have a new block of information every other week, but that's where you'll find your new assignments. And we'll do a couple of discussions. This isn't a class that we will do tons and tons of discussion boards weekly. It doesn't really lend itself to that. So, and you'll see why as we get going. All right, also I want you to notice the tools. Tools is where you can go and load Blackboard IM, which I will talk about in a few minutes. Okay, of course, you should read through your syllabus carefully. I have updated it. I taught accounting procedures online for the first time a year ago, and it went very, very well. However, I did want to make some changes that I've put into this class. So do take care to look through the syllabus. Also, review the initial email. I did send it to your email address, and it is also listed under course information. It has a lot of other information. And then I just want to talk a little bit about Excel. We will use Excel to do some of our problems. I have some of our homework problems set up with a template in Excel ready to go, but like I said before, I'm going to wait a few weeks before we're ready to move from the paper products into Excel. It does not matter which version of Excel you have. I happen to have the very latest version on a couple of my computers. The very latest version is Office 2016, so Excel 2016. If you're accustomed to using 2013, they look very similar. I don't think you'll even notice much of a difference there. But even if you have version 2010, that's fine. If you have a Mac, that's fine. It does not matter which version of Excel you have. You will use it sometimes just to be your calculator. So more to come on Excel. Also, I mentioned Blackboard IM. That's a built-in instant messenger that's just exclusively for Blackboard users on our campus. And to install that, you go to Tools on the left side of your screen in Blackboard, and then you should be able to find Blackboard IM. If you have a machine of your own that you use all the time, you do want to install Blackboard IM. That way you can see when I'm online and you can just instant message me or your classmates. You'll be surprised how many questions you can get answered that way. Materials that you will need for this class: a good pencil with a good eraser, a ruler, a calculator, and of course you wouldn't need a special little calculator. You could use your computer too, but it's kind of nice sometimes to just leave your computer doing what it's doing and tap out a few calculations on a calculator. So it's handy to have a calculator. I will have you photograph, scan, or bring to me your homework. So don't worry about that yet. I'll make it very easy for you. Because I want you to handwrite your homework for a while, you'll be showing me your homework kind of an old-fashioned way. Next, I want to talk about this course being required for OIS majors. This accounting class or accounting principles is a required class for OIS majors, and the reason is because we see when we look at job requirements that accounting or QuickBooks is a very important skill for you to have if you go to work in a local office. This course serves as a prerequisite for QuickBooks, so this gives you a nice base knowledge of what accounting is and how accounting works. So it is a required class for OIS majors. After this class, if you have caught the accounting bug, you might find yourself wanting an accounting certificate, or you might find yourself wanting to move into accounting principles and some other business courses. So those are things that you would want to discuss with your advisor or myself. And then last, what this class isn't. So this class is built for the OIS program. We are trying to help you gain skills that you need in an office setting. So we are looking at accounting from the perspective of the bookkeeper, the person who reconciles the bank statement, the person who maybe writes checks, the person who receives money for a business or makes invoices for a business. So we're not looking at accounting from the standpoint of an accountant or an economist or a business manager. We're looking at the person who's actually handling the money. So keep that in mind as we go forward. If you took a class similar to this in high school, it might have been called bookkeeping, and this would run along the same lines as maybe a high school bookkeeping class. We'll go probably a little bit farther than you would have in high school. whatever questions you have. I want to make sure that you are never shy and you get a hold of me by email, by phone, by text, in person. How many other ways? By Blackboard I am. All right, I wish you a good semester and good luck on this first easy week of stuff to do. As you finish out this week, if you want to get started on next week's homework, what you can be doing is reading chapter 1. We'll have a new assignment about chapter 1 that will open up on Tuesday. I'm going to say warn you. Chapter 1 is the most boring chapter of the whole book because it talks about theory of accounting. So don't get too worked up about what you're reading about in chapter 1. You will have a quiz over it, but it will be an open book quiz. So don't look at chapter 1 as what the rest of it's going to look like. The rest of the chapter is more learning how to do bookkeeping. All right. See ya.